Howdy, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Pirate Sports Chat. This week we have the men's volleyball team with us today. Head coach Travis Turner, along with middle blocker Troy Culp and setter Eric Beebe. Gentlemen, thanks for being a part of this week.
Thanks for having us.
You got it. First question is going to both players here. You know, in a sport that has more of a regional flair to it, it's not the global, baseball, football, basketball kind of thing. You two have kind of made an odd trek to Orange Coast College, where you came from. One is Troy, you're from Temescal Canyon and near Lake Elsinore, and Eric, you're in the Arizona area. What got you guys both to Orange Coast College? Kind of tell us your stories. Let's start with you, Troy.
So I'm from the Inland Empire, and volleyball is like a growing sport here. It's not really widespread yet. My senior year of high school was the first year that my high school offered men's volleyball as a sport. So I played my senior year, and I played half of a season of club because there's a break between the high school season for boys. So I played that half season, and then I went the junior college route, and I played my freshman year at Palomar College, which was down in San Marcos, and the coaches there helped me get much better, helped my game IQ, and I had played Orange Coast, and I was like, wow, these guys are incredible, right? Just everyone on the team was great, and I knew that if I wanted to be the best player I could be, I had to be playing against the best players possible, and that was through Orange Coast and all the coaches that they had as well. And I decided to talk to my parents, and I was going to move to Costa Mesa and play for the Pirates.
Very cool. Very cool. Glad to have you, Eric. How about yourself? What got you here?
So I'm from Arizona, and I originally came out of Arizona to go play at Concordia University in Irvine because I knew I wanted to be in California. So I ended up my freshman year being the manager for their team, and then after that, I knew that I still wanted to keep playing. I knew I could still keep playing. So I started contacting a bunch of community colleges and sent an email to Travis, and I got on the phone with him, and he goes, well, I can't guarantee you'll make the team. And I was like, dang. So part of me kind of thought like, wow, that would really suck to get cut from OCC. But then that also showed me, like, these guys don't mess around. Like, these guys take it very seriously. This is a hardcore program. And that kind of sold me on it. I think I talked to our assistant coach, Steve, a lot, and he really made everything seem great there. He talked about the amazing culture that OCC had. So I took a chance on it, and so glad that I did.
Good deal. Glad to have you here. Coach, question for you. In terms of volleyball and just sports in general, I know I've heard from other coaches, these Zoom interviews, they talk about sports being a metaphor for life and things that you do with sports you take on to the rest of your life. And in addition to maximizing the talents of these players, what do you hope to teach these young guys going forward, with their time here at Orange Coast? What do you want them to experience that they can carry for the rest of their lives? Oh, did Travis freeze up on me?
It appears so.
Like it.
Yeah, it's something we talk about a lot, actually, Tony. It's the main thing is communication. The one thing I just see that. Is that working?
Well, you're not moving, but I can hear you now.
Tony, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay,
there you go.
You're not missing much by not seeing me. I'll tell you.
All right, try again.
One thing I was going to say is, we just focus a lot on communication. I think that's the one thing I just see lacking most of all in kids coming out of high school is just the ability to communicate and kind of go after it to get what you want. I think those are the most important things. And then there's other basic life skills like being on time and being a good teammate, all that cliche stuff. But the one thing we talk about a lot is communicating. These guys probably would say I talk about it too much. I kind of micromanage the way they communicate with everyone. I think how you communicate with significant others or your teachers or anything is going to lead to success. So communication is something we take a lot of pride in.
Very cool. Good deal. So, Troy, on to you now. As of this interview, we're doing this in a couple of weeks, so it'll be out 2 weeks from now. But as of this week, you guys are back on the courts, conditioning and training again. And after several months of being apart, because of COVID and all these things, how excited are you to be back just running with your teammates again, training and conditioning? And what are some of the things you did before being able to come back on the court you were allowed to do to stay in shape and get ready for the upcoming spring semester season?
Yeah, to answer the first part of the question, it's very exciting because we're finally able to be as a team. And as Travis said last year, and he said the first day back, he said that it's more about building that trust between the teammates, not as much as running up the bleachers. So being able to like see what everyone's made of and building that trust with each other and just going through something that difficult together, it's great for the team. And then staying in shape throughout COVID, I'm really grateful. I have a home gym at my stepdad's house, which is about a 20-minute drive from me. So I worked out 6 to 7 days a week for 2 to 2.5 hours at a time from the beginning of COVID. So that was about 7 months, I think, of just straight working every single day. And that was a mixture of strength training and cardio. And I just did that the whole time.
Very cool. Very cool. Side note, Troy, behind you, is that a Frapton Comes Alive poster back there? That's
Sure is.
all right. You're in charge of the pregame music. That's fantastic. So, Eric, down to you now. Like, you know, some of you guys got to experience volleyball last year, and you almost kind of had like a free preview of what volleyball is like because of COVID. You guys got your eligibility back for this coming year. So, you know, playing from high school level or club level and moving up to playing at Orange Coast, you mentioned in your first answer that, you know, just how tough it is to play here at Orange Coast College. What do you think was the hardest transition for you in terms of going to this level, and what surprised you the most about playing volleyball here at Orange Coast?
Okay, well, I think it's a little different for me because I came from that year at Concordia, but I think comparing to like club and high school, at least on my high school team, I always played on really good high school teams. And if we had 1 or 2 kids that were really, really skilled and, you know, committed to a great college somewhere, every kid at OCC has that potential. Like every kid on our team is just as good or just as talented, has just as much potential. So it's really crazy to come out into OCC's gym and just be like, wow, everyone here can compete, goes really hard. And the biggest difference for me for OCC from anywhere else was just how much the coaches care about you and the commitment from the teammates. So we have great coaches and great teammates. Not that like other places don't, but I was really like, when I first came to OCC, I wasn't sure about the whole community college thing. And then I showed up and it was like, wow, these guys, they go hard, they want it, they win, they're dedicated. And that was just something that I didn't expect. And I think that is what OCC is all about.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hey,
Coach
Tony.
Travis, what's that?
Hey, can I piggyback something that you asked Troy?
Sure.
One thing that's been great about this group, and a lot of it, the credit goes to Eric and obviously Troy, but Eric did a lot to make it. I honestly think this group might have practiced more than any team I've had on their own. Obviously, we weren't part of it, but they played on the beach 3 days a week. They've been doing open gyms. They've been doing a great job, and that's all Eric, just because Eric loves to compete and getting those guys in the gym. So one thing Troy didn't mention was just how much they've been doing as a group without any input from us or any encouragement from us. And that's been kind of special about this group.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's why they get the captain, you know, just because they lead by example for sure. So, Travis, I wanted with you here, you know, with what happened last year before COVID, you know, with the loss of our baseball coach and my brother. Side note, by the way, thank you guys for everything you guys did last year. It was really cool. It was meant the world to me. And again, just thank you from the bottom of my heart for the love you guys gave me and everyone that is part of this thing. So thank you. So Travis, is like you, I was a former Coast kid too. You know, I went to school here at Orange Coast. I was you were an award-winning volleyball player. I was an award-winning journalist in the Coast Report. So as a former student athlete here at Orange Coast, just how special is Orange Coast College? How's it been to you? We talked about Pirate Family and all those things. So what does all this stuff mean to you moving, you know, for the next several years here in your career here at Orange Coast?
You know what it is, Tony? I think it's just that like I know when I was 18, I was a complete idiot, and that place, John Wallace, big part of it, Bob Wetzel, you know, completely turned me around. And like I was hungry for some leadership, you know, and someone to take me under their wing, and those guys did that. And so I always wanted to coach there. I mean, I knew I wanted to coach there. So that's why I take it so seriously and treat the guys the way I do. And it's unreal. The services we have there, the administration, the coaching staff, the SID, like we have an SID first of all, and then we have one of the best in the country at a junior college. And then we have, just the new leadership there with what Michael and Jason have done, I think it's been impressive. And the whole school, I don't know, I'm super corny about it. I always tell parents during recruiting, like, this place changed my life, and it changes my life every day. The last 9 months not being able to go there is the worst thing that's happened in my entire life. And it's been tough, but I don't know. I love that. I love that freaking school. I love everything about it.
Yeah, it's a place that you walk around campus and you see people just kind of floating around, not really appreciating what's going on. And I think I'm preaching to the choir here. I think Eric and Troy already get it, but that it's a special place with special people in it. So I wish everyone could take advantage of what we have here. So, guys, tell you what, thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time today and reaching out and answering my questions. And fingers crossed, next spring we're back playing volleyball again. So, Travis, Troy, Eric, thank you guys so much, and all the best to you guys moving forward.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
You bet.
Hey, we appreciate you.